For the morning steam, it's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, a pleasant good morning to you. Coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas, this is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for a Sports Betting Friday. We better have some sports to bet on today and get back to normal after what were we doing last night? I don't know what I was doing. I don't want to tell you what I was doing last night. We had very little sports action, but I do know this right now. We've got breaking news. And we've got to start this one off with some breaking news for sure. Here just moments ago as we were coming on the air, big news, actually, north of the border. It's time for a massive change for the Toronto Raptors. Masai Ujiri. No, some maybe say living off of that title, but hey, after 8 playoff appearances and a world championship, Masai Ujiri and the Toronto Raptors have decided to part ways. Here, we'll see. Ujiri might probably have something lined up here, but he'd have 1 year left on his contract. But apparently, they've mutually agreed, or maybe he's been fired here by the Raptors. So, bummer news, really, for the Raptors fans. They were, coming off some losing seasons here, so maybe it was time for a change. But we'll see what's in store for Ujiri and the Raptors here moving forward. But just a few minutes ago, not a lot of information out here right now, other than the fact that the team and Ujiri has decided to part ways with the vice chairman and president of the Toronto Raptors. 2019 seems a long time ago now, but still, that was a magical time, and we'll have to see moving forward what is in store for Ujiri and what is in store for the Raptors. Again, 8 playoff appearances, pretty good run there for Ujiri. Really turned that franchise up into a real strong franchise, but it's just kind of gone down a little bit here of late. So interesting timing, obviously, just after the draft there. So, all right. Also did win, Executive of the Year before. So, all right, that's it. That's just a little bit of news. It just came in, just not a lot of info. Just came in moments ago. I'm sure there's a lot of speculation and everything like that. But again, that just in. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining me here on the show. I'll say hello to a couple of folks here in the chat, and we'll have a great show today for sure. The full baseball card here on Friday and 5 games in the WNBA, 1 game in the CFL, and I see Gorky talking some tennis action. I'm already down 2 matches here. I had Iala, but I had her minus the games, and it went 3 sets. Strong performance there by Grisheva to stay in there, as Ayala did win. And I had Paolini against Iga. No chance in that one. She was no match for Iga. Pavlyuchenkova underway with Maya Joint. I'm watching some action here right now. And Robert McCormick, hello, good morning. Zach Hatton is here as well. And Cash Kane here today. Andrew K, nice to see you here. And Andrew G talking about Ujiri. Here's wine time in the chat. And Gorky, I think he's talking about that Toronto group. All right, that's going to do it for that portion there, but let's talk about the action. Let's review the action. This won't take long from yesterday, but we did have some winners here from yesterday's show. We'll cover some of the finals there and some of the news yesterday. NHL announced that next season they're going to 84 games just to put some more games on the back end. They'll cut the preseason from 9 games to 4 games. So NHL makes a little bit of change there. Golf action underway today as well. As we saw, the players with 6 course records yesterday, 62 and 63. So they're going pretty low here. I'm sure it'll get a little tougher, but we got low scores. Probably means a little volatility there. Maybe the superstars won't be able to hang with so many golfers being able to have some good scores there. All right, here we go with some of the action from yesterday, including the game they finally got underway. Seattle and the Twins, Larnach with that 3-run home run as the Twins got the win. Hopefully you caught me over there on the Cover the Spread show where I did have the over as my premium play in that game. Also, winner on the show here yesterday, Toronto and Cleveland game to go under as Kevin Gausman, 2 hits allowed as they shut out the Jays. Had a winner here on the show yesterday with the Detroit Tigers as they got it done over the A's. Dietrich ends 5 innings, no runs allowed in his first start. Yeah, Detroit was able to beat a left-hander yesterday in Springs. Also, we had Tampa Bay on the show yesterday as our winner over the Royals. Shane Baz, 8 innings of shutout ball. And, hey, I did have the under over there on the Cover the Spread show that I appear on here on YouTube daily. Also, we had a winner yesterday with Houston over Philadelphia. We had the Astros in that game. Cam Smith with that big hit in that one. And we lasted it out with Miami on the run line over San Francisco yesterday as my man Kyle Stowers hit another home run, 3-run shot in that one. The Marlins got the win. We took them on the run line in that one, but they crushed there with big score actually yesterday. And speaking of which, we do have some steam out here this morning just coming through. Tampa Bay and Baltimore steam to the under, of course, the under in this one. Steam to the under with Tampa Bay and Baltimore just in. Also, another one right behind it, the Cincinnati Reds here taking some steam against my Padres. So, cover these real quick. It was Tampa Bay and Baltimore steam here to the under. It was 9, but we're down to 8.5 here in that one. Maybe just to the over. I'm showing 8.5 here offshore right now in the matchup with Tampa Bay and Baltimore. And then the Reds taking the steam against Padres. Padres falling here down to $1.25 at some of the online shops here right now. Baltimore Reds down to $1.13 or so. A little bit of movement here this morning on the Morning Steam show. Also, one other game, there was a night game in Major League Baseball, and it was Atlanta and the Mets, and we did have the under as our pick there as the Mets won their second in a row to get things going. We had the under as our play here on the Morning Steam yesterday. All right, WNBA, we had the winner here on the show yesterday, didn't we? Yes, we did. LA Sparks yesterday against Indiana. How about that one yesterday in the W? As we saw, LA knock off Indiana 85-75. The 10-point dog won by 10 on the road yesterday. We had them here on the Morning Steam show, and also we had the winner here on the show yesterday with Washington over Las Vegas. They won it outright yesterday, the Mystics. So underdogs are winning every game here for the last 2 days in a row in the WNBA, right? Did I get it right? Also, we did have a premium pick winner on the over in that game. Final score 94-83. We're still on a roll in the WNBA. Didn't have any premiums over there with my high roller picks over at Tony's Picks, but I got a couple lined up tonight where I've won 14 of my last 15. But hey, it didn't matter. We won 3 of 4 yesterday here for free, right on the coverage or the premium picks over there at winnable.com/Ramon. Check these out here. Don't check out my uh, tennis here. Jeez, but you can go over to winnable.com/Ramon. I'll have more plays today, including plays from Major League Baseball and the WNBA as well. I've already got them lined up. I think I know where I'm going. And check out the tennis action here. Hopefully I'll recover here with a couple of more matches that I have here trying to split this card today. And golf underway today as well from the Rocket Classic. And like I said, the scores were low for sure.
Steam play
there yesterday. Oh, man, a little more steam. Let me get this to you real quick. Steam coming in. It's in the Padre game again. The total's getting steamed right now. How about this? Right now, we're seeing some movement here to the over in the game between the Padres and the Reds. As 9 over 20 could become 9.5 under 20. The movement's subtle here right now, but the line service did send in their information that the steam was coming in on the over. I'm yet to see it actually, but we'll report it to you here on the Morning Steam Show. All right. Few more notes here to get into, and then we'll get right into this card. Major League Baseball tonight. Full card of action. We're back underway. Get a few more comments from you guys as well. All right. And let's see here. 2 more games here for the hockey season, right? Gorky, he said he had the Cubs and the Dodgers. He had Montreal there yesterday. Yeah. Or let's see. Montreal by 13. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure there. I do know this. In the CFL yesterday, we did have the winner, premium pick winner, Edmonton and Winnipeg game to go over, and it did go well over in that game. All right. Old E here today. Nice to have you. Wine time's ready for the weekend. Wine time getting ready. Me and Wine time getting ready for some prep football. This is when things start to heat up here in the summer. All right. Anyway, I showed my winnable.com information. This is the address over there. So, hey, I had some winners, right? Get on over there and check me out. This is how you support me here on the channel by subscribing to this extra content. I do send out some more winners every day. Try to bring you some great free information and free picks here by picking a game on every show. But I do save my best plays here for my subscribers over at winnable.com. So please check me out. It's just 50 cents a day when you subscribe for 1 month at $19.95 and use the promo code STEAM to save 20%. And hey, if you think this show's worth 50 cents a day, this is where you can support me here on the channel. This is how you support me on the Sports Money Network. All right. Let's go back to the chat, get ready to go here, and take a look at the Wine Time and I. Maybe we'll have a high school show with all of Southern California Wine Time. Could you handle it? Could we do it? You come from LA, I'll come from San Diego. I don't know if we could pull that off actually, but all right, let's go to the major leagues here today. Great card, and we got to get it started off and not waste any more time. And See what we got here today with the Mets taking on the Pirates here. Weekend series with uh, David Peterson on the mound here for the Mets. He's up against Mitch Keller of the Pirates for Peterson here. 2.98 ERA. He's 5-3 with a 1.23 whip, 238 batting average against. For Mitch Keller, Keller's 1-10 right now with a 4.02 ERA. Okay numbers, I guess. 1.22 whip, 249 batting average against, but have been victimized here by facing some tougher opposition and pitchers, and it's resulted in a 3-13 record for Pittsburgh, for Keller with Pittsburgh when he is on the mound. So you do have the Mets as a considerable favorite here, although it is down to $1.40 or so, maybe $1.50 at some of the square books. It's definitely a bit of a discount, though, on the Mets, to be honest with you here. But let's see what you have. I mean, the Mets have been struggling, but they're still 14 games over 500, and Pittsburgh is a dismal. Let me update the total here, though, for this game. It is at least 8.5 under 20, maybe even 8 over here right now. So it is a little bit of a discount, no doubt, on the Mets here, if that's your sort of thing. And maybe that is the way to go. I mean, this should be kind of a mismatch for sure, but I might give the Pirates a chance here today to stay in this one. Let's see how you guys have it. Here, I mean, we know the Mets were on a long losing streak, but all of a sudden they have won 2 in a row here right now, following the wins over Atlanta over the last couple of nights, and Pittsburgh have lost 2 straight, dropping those games there to Milwaukee. All right, I'm going to go to the chat and see how you guys are playing this one, however, with the Mets and the Bucks. All right, for the Bucks here, they've lost 8 of their last 11 overall, but they have won 6 of their last 9 games at home. They've actually covered the run line in 5 straight against the New York Mets, although Pittsburgh has lost 8 of their last 11 games against the Mets overall. The Mets have still dropped 10 of their last 13 games coming into this one. They've also lost 5 of their last 6 games on the road. The Mets have gone under in 15 of their last 22 games overall coming into this one on the road. For the, let's see here, Pirates have gone over in 7 of their last 9 games. Let's go to the chat here in this one with the Mets and Pittsburgh. It's nice to get a discount if you like the Mets, and they should be, better here, but they are on the road. I don't know what, trying to make some excuses here for. Here's Damon here. He's on. He's just saying good morning. He is saying Mets and Pirates under 3.5 there. Is that a Mets money line and Pirates under 3.5 runs? Gotcha. There. Wine time, Pirates run line. So you got that good price last night. It's definitely gone up. I kind of want to take the Pirates in this game, to be honest. Here's Cash Kane on the Mets on the money line, and 9 Legacy likes the Pirates on the money line here in this one. Well, you know what? The Pirates do have a minus 135 run line here for me now, which isn't as good as what I see some of you guys got last night, but I want to take the Pirates here in this one on the run line today, and that's what I'm going to do here in this one. Yeah, a little bit of discount on the Mets. Usually that might interest me a little bit here. Like I said, hey, when I'm taking favorites, I don't want those jacked up favorites. I understand even $1.45. here at some of the square books. It's not an easy pill to swallow, but I'd rather take good teams on these discounts. I'm not in this case. I just want to make it clear that these are the type of favorites that I'm okay with taking sometimes, even if you're having to lay it a little bit on the road when it's gone down, right? Like I said, the widely reported steam did come in on Pittsburgh. So that's okay for me, but I'm taking Pittsburgh. I'm not getting the best of it here, actually. I'm not getting the value myself, but I am taking Pittsburgh. So, all right. Hey, the steam just came in. You might have heard it. And it's in a game between Chicago and Golden State. Basketball, women's basketball. Steam to the under here in that one with Chicago and Golden State. No Cardoso tonight for Chicago. Chicago's been playing a little bit up tempo here of late, or maybe they just haven't been playing as well defensively. It almost seems like their philosophy had been changing to play a little higher tempo because playing at a lower tempo or maybe just ineffectively wasn't working out. But right now, the steam's coming in on the under there in the game between Chicago and Golden State. I'm seeing it down here to 157. That's not too big of a move, actually. Also, some steam came in just moments before that on the Chicago White Sox in their matchup with San Francisco. Chicago's down to $1.33 here at some offshore books. So, they're taking a dog there over San Francisco with the White Sox. Roop and Savali, we'll get to it eventually here. All right, few more here. Pirates also for Trevor. Ray Otachi, good morning, and hello to Truth Teller. He's the Truth Teller, and I'm the Truth Seller. Thank you, Truth. Nice to see you in the chat. Says I should have listened to Gorky yesterday when it comes to that Edmonton game. I think maybe there. And we saw Gorky last night. I want to shout out a couple of guys, Gorky and Keith, each and every stride. They were the only guys willing to go on last night with a live stream. And I got to be honest with you, I sure did enjoy it. Yeah, did I probably bet a little more on a Thursday night horse racing card than yeah, I did. But I enjoyed it there, watching Churchill Downs, or watching Penn National with those guys and bet some horses there yesterday. That was cool. All right, I'll recover here. There's NYC Bar. He's on the Mets money line. And he told Truth, don't bet the WNBA. That's because Gorky not real big on women's basketball, apparently. He said, just don't bet it. I've won 14 of my last 15, so I can understand the frustration with these folks that can't get a handle on the ladies. You know, you got to know the women. You got to know women like I do. That's what it is. That's why I'm hot. All right. Let's see here. I think we'll move on from that one. A little bit of steam coming in here again right now. Cubs and Houston. Game to go under here with Horton and Walter. Steam coming in right now in that game between the Cubs and Houston. We're showing 8/20 now, all the way down to 8/20 here in that one with the Cubs and Houston. All right, let's move along here right now in our next game with the Rays are taking on the Orioles here in this one. You've got Ryan Pepio on the mound for Tampa Bay. He's up here against Sugano of the O's for Pepio here. He's got a 3.04 ERA, 6 starts, 5-6 record, 1.09 whip, 222 batting average against Pepio. Pretty solid, and the Rays are up 7 1/3 units now this season as they continue to look good here. 11 games over 500. They're right on the cusp of catching the New York Yankees in the American League East. No ifs, ands, or buts right now. They are a half a game back of the Yankees here currently. Toronto, 3 games back. For Baltimore here and Sugano, 3.5 1.55 ERA, does pretty well, right? 1.2 whip, 258 batting average against. He's 5-4, and the Orioles are 9-6. With Sugano on the mound, he gives them pretty much their best chance to win when he's out there. These two pitchers are a combined 10-20 to the under. The widely reported steam came on the under, and well, I'm usually going on an under like this. It's down to 8.5 right now at some offshore books. So I'm on the under here with Tampa Bay and Baltimore. So let's get your picks here in this one with these two, with the Rays on the road here against Baltimore. And let's see what we got. Here's NYC VAR. He's on the Rays here in this one. You know, Pepio has had some okay success, some notable success against this Baltimore lineup, that's for sure. And let's see, Zachary Hatton, he's on the Rays on the run line here. All right, and Damon Waring is on the Rays. Why not? I mean, right now, Rays are cranking here. You take a look at right now with their, current run, their current streak that they're on here with Tampa Bay. They've won 5 straight games on the road. They've won 4 of the last 6 against Baltimore, although they've lost 13 of the last 19 against the O's. Short term here, though, it's already Tampa Bay. They've won 5 of their last 6. Baltimore's lost 4 of their last 5. Baltimore's gone under in 6 of their last 7 games overall, and under in 8 of their last 12 games at home. 4 of the last 5 games between these two teams have gone under, and 10 of the last 14 games between the two teams here in Baltimore have gone under as well. Ray Otachi likes to raise money line and under, and Damon Waring says raise -1.5. NYC VAR would probably tell you this is probably a consensus play here. Feels like on the Rays. Maybe I should have went on the Rays here, but I'm going to be on the under. Maybe I'm already on the Rays. I don't know, but I'll take the under here as my play on the morning's team show. Next up, the Athletics are taking on the Yankees here with Spence going for the A's and Warren here for the Athletics. All right, for the A's here and Mitch Spence. He comes in with a 3.84 ERA, 3.05 BABIP, 1.3 WHIP, 259 batting average against. He's got 26 appearances and 4 starts. Let me just interrupt here real quick. A little bit of steam coming in here. We're having a good morning here with some of these moves, maybe just because we're back into baseball. Steam to the over here, Philadelphia and Atlanta. This just in. Total moving higher here. It was 9. Juice to the over, but it's now 9.5. Here, consensus line, 9.5 under 20 moving offshore. Steam to the over here, Philadelphia and Atlanta with Abel and Elder. We'll get to that game momentarily. All right. Athletics here, though. Oops, I got Warren spelled wrong there. It almost looks like Shane Warren, doesn't it? Anybody know who Shane Warren is? All right. Here we go. Athletics and Yankees here. So for Spence, we mentioned those numbers. For Warren here, he's 4-4, 16 starts, 4.66 ERA, 1.32 WHIP, 239 batting average against, and a 330 BABIP. Warren does strike out nearly 30% of the batters. Let's go here to the chat, see what you have here with the A's coming to town against the Yankees. Yankees could use some wins here with a weak opposition coming in, but the A's can bite you here a little bit sometimes. Remember, the A's did win one of the games last month, although the Yankees did take 2 of 3. In fact, Warren was on the mound in a 10-2 victory. The Yankees have dropped 9 of their last 13 games overall. They've also lost 6 of their last 9 at home. However, you do have the Athletics coming in here having lost 4 of their last 5 overall, although they are 4-2 in their last 6 on the road. But that was only because they had a 14-game losing streak on the road before that. They've also gone 1-5 in their last 6 games against the Yankees. 5 straight games between the two teams have gone over. Yankees have won 10 of the last 12 games overall against the Athletics. Let's see what you have here. I know it's probably, what is the current line here? Is it 200 still? No. It's up to 230, 240. There's not much value here right now, I don't think, in the Yankees. They definitely were as low as $2 at some openers. Maybe it was a 220 at some of the books by the time they open it, but man, this feels like 250 now. Jeez. Now Spence has had some success Warren has had some success against this A's lineup, and well, Spence has gotten hit a little bit by these Yankees. Spence comes in here knocked around by a couple of these guys, although not very much in the way of amount of at bats, but still. Warren, though, kind of shut these guys down in that appearance. Let me see what those numbers were like back there in that game. In May, he pitched 7 1/3 innings, gave up just 1 run and 4 hits and 7 Ks, getting that win. So, man, no discount here in the Yankees. Big time price increase. Let me see. Was there steam that I missed on the Yankees? Yes. There was indeed some big time steam here. Let's go to the chat, see what you have in this one. It's going to be, there were some other Rays in there. Yankees run line for NYC Bar. Truth Teller says he's a Yankee Doodle dandy. Yankees run line for Doge. How about Rays, Yankees parlay today? Damon's on the Yankees run line here in this one. Gosh, I wanted to take the Yankees run line too, but this is a pretty big price increase. I'll still do it as my play here on the show. It feels like not the smartest thing, actually. But I don't know if I can take the A's just yet in this particular matchup. Maybe if the pitching matchup was a little different, I might be. Or maybe if it went up a little more, I don't know. Anyway, the Yankees are coming in here off of a win here, but they did have their struggles. They lost 2 of 3 against the Reds before bouncing back. The A's, meanwhile, did lose 2 of 3 to the Tigers here, but Yankees are still, on the run line, just 34 and 38 as a run line favorite this year. Man, I'll take them here. You guys, we have enough taking them. Nobody's interested in the A's, it looks like. NYC Bar says the Yankees are a consensus as well. Irish King says Judge did a home run. Good morning to Jermaine in the chat. But, oh, man, 250. Jeez, what am I doing? This is supposed to be an A's play now at 50 cents increase. I'm going to take the Yankees on the run line here this morning. Next up, the Padres are on the road here now against the Reds. We just talked about the steam rolling in here in this one on the Reds and the over just moments ago as we were coming on the air. little bit of a move to both the Reds and the over here right now. The Padres were $1.35. Currently, they're down to about $1.25 here, maybe $1.30. So slight move, but no move nonetheless. And that total going over, but I'm not seeing it here right now just yet. So let me go to some of the numbers here with these two teams and see what you have, because there might still be an opportunity here for me. All right, for Dylan Cease, he is 3-6, but the Padres are 9-7 with Cease on the mound. A little bit of a victim of run support. He still has a 4.43 ERA, but 241 batting average against, 330 BABIP. Cease hasn't really done the job the Padres have been expected him to do, but still here, always going to give you solid innings here right now. For Nick Martinez, the former Padre, he's 4-8 with a 4.4 ERA, 266 batting average against, and a 292 BABIP. Both these guys are kind of having their issues a little bit. The Reds are 4-11 with Martinez on the mound. Let's see what you have here in this one. Padres on the road, take it on the Reds. They're a road favorite here. For the Padres coming into this one, they've won 4 of their last 5 games overall, although they've dropped 5 of their last 7 on the road. Padres have gone under in 4 of their last 5, although 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone over. 7 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams in Cincinnati have gone over. For the Reds, they come in here having won 12 of their last 18 games overall and 7 of their last 9 games at home. Reds, however, are, let's see here. Now let's go to the chat. Good morning to D Money. It's always great to see you, D Money. He says, good morning. He's got the Yankees on the run line. Thank you. Here's NYC Bar on the Reds today. Ray says go under here with Padres and the Reds. Cash Kane wants to go under. Jermaine wants to go over here between these two. Doge says take the Reds. And Jermaine says the Padres are 8-2 to the overcast road favorites. I'm not sure what that is. Overcast road favorites. Jermaine, it could be anything with Jermaine because he's so into the specific trends. Could it be that they are 8-2 when it is overcast? No, that can't be. They don't track that. Anyway, I'm going to go over in this one with the Padres and the Reds. I'm going to chase that steam a little bit, but I really haven't seen the move that they're talking about necessarily. I do show that the line has moved from it's gone up maybe a nickel, but it has moved a little bit higher for sure. Okay, let's keep it going here right now. The next one, we're finally getting the line here. I stayed up all night waiting for this line to come out, but we are seeing it here now. And it's right where we thought it was going to be, that's for sure. Oh, road over is road favorites. Thanks, Jermaine. Didn't mean to give you a hard time.
Final.
Okay, let me get this line typed in here. I'm going to call it $1.25 right now for the Tigers, although it could be as low as $1.20 here with Gibson Long going in this one. Let's see here, 8.5 over 20 there. With the Twins and the Tigers today. So, hey, look, all I know here when looking at this matchup is I see the Tigers here. Festa hasn't even been officially announced, I don't think, as the starting pitcher today, although I do believe they are expected to have Festa here as the pitcher. And maybe that's why we're only seeing the line here come out. Maybe he'll have an opener of, going up against Detroit. Maybe they have a lefty that they can go with here for an inning or so. But
final.
Anyways, in this one, let's take a look at these two with the Twins taking on the Tigers. And we do know that Vesta, I believe, is that starter, but this line just kind of coming out really at some of the books right now. Detroit's won 11 of their last 16 games at home, and here they are, just $1.25 favorite, despite the fact they are 20 games over 500. The Twins are 4 games under 500, and I don't know. Seems like a pretty questionable pitcher here right now with Vesta. Yeah, a 6.39 ERA, 1.6 WHIP, and a 330 BABIP. Uh, Detroit just doesn't get a lot of respect, it feels like, in some of these roles. $1.25 seems very feasible. Now, Gibson Long just has one start. He probably doesn't run too long into this game either, but no record so far, 4.58 ERA, 269 BABIP, though. That does seem pretty reasonable. And this number feels reasonable to me at $1.25. Total 8.5 over. Let's see what you have here with these two today.
Final.
And I want to hear from you in the chat. For the Twins here right now, they have lost 11 of their last 14 games. They're 1-6 in their last 7 on the road. But apparently they're going to be very competitive here against the awesome Detroit Tigers here right now. 6 of the last 9 meetings between the two teams have gone over. Minnesota's gone over in 4 of their last 5. Detroit's gone over in 10 of their last 12 games overall. And Detroit's gone over in 7 of their last 9 games at home. Give me the over here in this one with Minnesota and Detroit. Look, we don't have a very solid pitcher here for Minnesota. Don't have a very solid pitcher here for Detroit, it feels like right now. Although we know that Detroit, their bullpen maybe has begun to slide a little bit. And, maybe here, I don't know. I don't give Minnesota as much of a $1.25. Give me the over, though. Let's see what you have in the chat. Here is Jermaine is on the Brewers there. We'll get to that matchup there against Colorado today. Thank you, Jermaine. Jermaine's on the Twins and the Tigers game to go over. NYC Bar likes the Tigers in this one. I guess that's it from you guys on that game. I got all excited. Here's the Blue Jays on the road taking on the Boston Red Sox. Berrios and Bayo here in this one. You've got for the Blue Jays. For Berrios, a 3-3 record, 3.51 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, 235 batting average against it, 272 BABIP here for Berrios. For Bello here, he's 3-2 with a 3.31 ERA, 1.4 WHIP, 254 batting average against, and a 293 BABIP coming into this one. Let's get your opinions here with Berrios and Bello here today. We'll get some trends here at least out to you and see what you think. Get some opinions from you guys. For the Toronto Blue Jays here in this one, they have won just 2 of their last 4 games on the road, but they beat Boston in 6 of their last 8. Toronto's 4-1 the last 5 games here in Fenway Park. 6 of the last 7 meetings between the two here at Fenway have gone over, although 9 of the last 13 between the two teams have gone under. Toronto's gone over in 17 of their last 25 overall, and they've also gone over in 8 of their last 12 on the road. However, for the Red Sox here, they've lost 5 straight, but they've won 5 straight at home. So coming in here now, returning home after this losing streak that they were on, right? Toronto's actually been alternating wins and losses here of late, but the Red Sox just got blasted on that road trip at San Francisco, at LA. So they come in here losing right now. Let's go to the chat, though, see what you have in this one with Toronto and Boston today. And we've got, let's see what we got here. Spoon says it's too cheap to back the Tigers. Festa versus Long. He says it. He said also it looks like someone gets in there for Festa beforehand, right? You always want to maybe have left-hander maybe mixes it up that first couple of at bats. I think do I have that right there, Spoons? What you're saying? All right. And Cash Gain is on the Red Sox here in this one. Nasty Nate's here today. Says the Red Sox will smash here. Blue Jays money line for NYC Bar. Nasty Nate says Red Sox in the first 5. Real Madrid Doge says go under. I'm going under in the first 5. I'm kind of mixing all those up there. I'm taking an under in the first 5. I said I'm going to be mixing in some derivatives here. Here's one of them. Give me the under with Barrios and Bello first 5. In that one. And Jermaine, I think, says the Twins are having some struggles here. I don't know about finally, but still they're allowing just 4.4 runs per game. But the Tigers allowing 3.9 runs per game. And Jermaine and I will agree on that one there with that under first 5. Next up, we got the Cardinals taking on the Guardians in this one. Sonny Gray taking on Ortiz here in this one for Sonny Gray. Comes in here with a 3.72 ERA, 7-2 record for Gray. They're 12-3 with Gray on the mound. 1.19 whip, 259 batting average against, but a 329 BABIP means Sonny Gray isn't all that. Cardinals have lost 2 straight. Guardians come in here having won 3 of their last 5, I believe, overall. But Ortiz is 4-8 with a 4.3 ERA, 1.4 WHIP, but a 239 batting average against, and a 303 BABIP. I don't know if the Cardinals are worthy of road favoritism. Maybe just because Gray's on the mound. Yeah, they have the better record here, but feels a little bit more even than that. I know the Guardians offense still not necessarily producing enough runs for a lot of folks here, still averaging under 4 runs per game coming in. But let's see what you have here in this one with St. Louis taking on the Guardians here on Friday night. All right. For the Guardians here, they come in having lost 4 of their last 6 games at home. Cleveland's gone under in 8 of their last 10 overall. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two have gone under. 6 of the last 7 between the teams in Cleveland have gone under in this interleague series. They meet just 6 times per season. For St. Louis here, they've won 7 of their last 10 and 4 of their last 5 on the road. I'm going under, I think, here in this one. The widely reported steam did come in on the over here, and now it's all the way up to 8.5 over here. Man, I want to say that this is almost a premium here. I'm taking the under with St. Louis and Cleveland today. I know Gray's numbers aren't perfect, and neither are Ortiz's. But I just think at 8, I'll leave it at 8 over 25, but it definitely has some 8.5s here. Let me see. 8.5 over. Yeah, 8.5 over feels like the consensus. In fact, I'm not going to cheat myself out here. I mean, it's at least 8.5. It's 8.5 over 15 pretty much everywhere. I always try to give the toughest line out. Even in my premiums, I look at the line. You know how you go on these shows, right? And look, I get it. You should do your shopping. Do your shopping, please. Get your best. I mean, it's the most overused phrase. We all know, right? Do your line shopping, have multiple books. When I send out my picks, just to let everyone know, especially this, I go down the list. I pick the worst line. to send out so that you know, right? It's a premium. It should already be the best plays that I have. So when I send it out, I pick the worst line. Then when you go and you see, hey, maybe you pick this game like I did. Say I went under here, right? And you go to it and it's 8.5, or maybe it's 8/20. I send out 8/20 and it's 8.5. Then you know you're getting a good line here, a little bit of value anyway. Okay, I hope I explained that well. I kind of got a little long-winded there. All right, I'm going under though here with St. Louis and Cleveland. And you got some comments here in the chat. All right, let's see here. Cash gains on the cards, NYC bars on the cards. Here's Cash Kane, Cardinals first five. Shannon does like that under with me in the game. Cleveland first five for Trevor. And Jermaine sounds like he likes the over here. And Spoons likes the Cardinals here a little bit as well. Big time Cardinals in the chat in this one. And why not? I mean, Sonny Gray. Hey, I'm a Sonny Gray fan, but this is going to be a tough series for the Cards. Okay, next up. I've got to update the line here in this one. Oh, man. The Braves are all the way up to $1, almost $1.60 here right now. 155, let's call it. And the total here, 9. Let's call it 9.5 under 20 here with the Phillies and the Braves. Let me get it on screen. There we go. McAbell going here for the Phillies. What a revelation this pitcher has been so far, just what the Phillies needed. 3.47 ERA. These are fine numbers so far for Bell, despite just a 2-3 record with him on the mound. 1.15 whip, 253 batting average against, and a 242 BABIP. I think he's done pretty well. For Bryce Elder here, 2-4 record, 4.77 ERA, 133 the whip, 298 BABIP. So it hasn't been great necessarily, but Elder does have some okay numbers against some of these Phillies bats coming in. In fact, Elder comes in with a 207 batting average against and a 708 OPS against this anticipated lineup today of the Phillies. Let's see what you have here in this one, however, with Philadelphia and Atlanta. I want to get the plays from the chat here on a Friday. I'm all excited after yesterday with I was was on the show. You know, it's almost one of those things. You know, I was on the old happy hour show with those guys, and you know, when you got a slow day, right? Those are the days you want your water heater to burst. That's what happened to me. I was on a show, and my water heater went down, and had to go out there to a garage with some. We caught it there pretty much in time, but you know, some water got on the ground there before we got the buckets going. But, you know, leave it to the day when there's no games. That's when you want it to happen, though, right? All right, for the Red Sox here, the Phillies here in the matchup. Let me get some of the numbers here with Bell and Elder. For the Phillies here, they've lost 4 of their last 5 games. They've also lost 9 of their last 12 games on the road. But, man, look at this price. It's like, you know, are we almost forgetting here that the Phillies are 13 games over 500 and well ahead of the Braves? Come on. Are we forgetting that? The Braves here, okay, it's been a nice little run, and the Phillies have lost 3 straight, but they're still well clear. Yeah, the Mets are in first again for now. Let me see. Are they here? Yeah, half a game in first. The Braves are still 10 games back, 6 games under 500, and they're betting them like they're in first place today. I understand maybe it's an advantage here. Maybe it isn't for Elder right now. Let me see what you guys have. This price doesn't look great at all. I'd rather take the Phillies here, but even the run line still minus $1.50. Let's see what you guys have and help me out. Because I don't know. I don't think I want the Braves at this price. Here we go. Braves under for Jermaine. Phillies says, or Cash Kings on the Phillies plus 1.5. I mean, I kind of want to do that too, but at minus $1.50, Spoons is on the money line here for sure. At least that helps it out, right? Either way, here NYC Bar says just take the over in this one. Why not? And Fernando says Braves team total over. And Jermaine says you can't take the Phils right now on this 3-game losing streak. They just haven't looked good enough here. Well, I understand that, but man, they're still well clear of this Atlanta team. Oh boy, I'm not liking it. I'm not loving it. But I got to make my call. Let me take a look here. Maybe I can move. I want to play this Philly team here at this price. I really do. All right, I'm just gonna take them on the run line. It's my free play, right? So I'll lay $1.50. Give me the Phillies on the run line there. I'm not too confident in that game. And let's see here. You just can't take them without Bryce against the Atlanta Braves at home. There with a rookie on the mound. That's a solid argument, Kane, but at this price, I don't know if I can help myself. I'll take the Phillies. I don't know if hey, look, even this run line, I guess, should be a bit of a discount if the price has gone up here on the Braves from $1.35 at some of the low openers, now $1.63 at DraftKings. I got to play the Phillies somehow. All right, next up, we've got the Giants taking on the White Sox. We've already heard the big steam coming in on the White Sox because, why not? Here, the Giants aren't very good. I'm half kidding. They're okay, but it's not like the White Sox are, going to be waking up here anytime soon. But, hey, the Sharps like them today. I kind of liked them, too. I don't know if I like them as much now that the old Sharps are on them. The widely reported steam did come in here, and right now the Giants were they're down to $1. Well, we'll call it $1.55 maybe. They're still going to be favored here on the road, of course, and the total is 9 under 15 for the most part. The total's gone up as well on some widely reported steam. Okay. Guess the White Sox are going to be bringing their bats tonight. Big bad Bombers of the White Sox going to be smashing, apparently, here. We'll see about that, huh? Still might have to take them. White Sox, after all, they've only won 3 of their last 14 games coming into this one. They've also lost 6 of their last 7 at home. White Sox have gone over in 11 of their last 15 games at home. White Sox, though, have defeated the Giants in 13 of their last 19 games here in Rate Field. White Sox have gone over in 11 of their last 15 games at home. 9 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams interleague-wise have gone over here in Chicago. That's over 3 years of sample size, however. San Francisco struggling. They've lost 8 of their last 11. They've gone over in 4 of their last 5 on the road. This is interesting here for sure, but let's see what you got. Cash King likes the Giants. But Fernando's here today. He says Giants for sure. Ray said go under back on that Phillies game. All right. Not much here with the Giants and the White Sox, I guess. I'll take the White Sox on the run line at plus 1.5 minus $1.25. Oh, it's tough when you got a White Sox team that isn't even winning at a barely a 30% clip here right now, and well, at least the Giants are still 7 games over 500. But I'm taking the White Sox today, and I'm taking them on the run line. Call me crazy. No one's getting involved in this one, it looks like, in the chat. Let's move on then. the Mariners are taking on the Rangers here in this one. You got Gilbert, Eovaldi. What's the score of this one going to be? 3-2? For the Rangers here, and Eovaldi's 4-3 with a 1.56 ERA, 12 starts, 185 batting average against, a .8 WHIP, 243 BABIP. Solid numbers for Eovaldi here for the Mariners and Gilbert. He's 2-2 in 8 starts with a 3.12 ERA, 193 batting average against. He's been pretty solid too. Now, the Mariners are not necessarily an under team. It's just that they're playing Texas. So all that makes them an under team, I think. Texas has won 2 straight coming into this one as they were able to knock off the Orioles there on the road. Seattle, meanwhile, lost to Minnesota when they finally got that game started yesterday. They were not interested and lost 10-1. In fact, they lost the final 2 games of that series, and they're still on the road here. Remember, they've been to Chicago. They've been to Minnesota. Now they're going down to Texas. This doesn't feel like a great situation necessarily for Seattle. These teams come in with very similar records right now, but maybe, well, I don't know if I want to characterize the pitching matchup as being an advantage necessarily for Eovaldi. The Rangers are 2-9 to the under with Eovaldi on the mound. We know how the Rangers go under. We live off of it practically. Still, 7 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams have gone over, including 5 of the last 6 times they've met here in Texas. Texas has actually lost 5 of the last 6 to Seattle overall, but Seattle comes in having lost 10 of their last 15 games on the road. Let's go to the chat and see what you have here. Nine Legacy did take the Giants minus 3.5 in that game. He hates the White Sox in that one. Fernando says you can't trust Savali here right now. All right, I get you guys. Here's Nine Legacy on the Seattle run line. Cash Kane says Mariners money line and under in the first 5. Cash Kane says Eovaldi's not going to be able to go very deep here against this Seattle lineup. Here is NYC Bar on the Mariners, and Cash Kane likes a Nerfy. I'm on the Texas Rangers here in this one. I've got the Rangers over Seattle tonight. Next up, the Rockies are taking on the Brewers, and you got the Brewers here. Of course, going to be a pretty big favorite. We'd call it 220 or so right now. 8.5 over 15 with Jose Quintana on the mound going up against Kyle Freeland. Freeland making a bit of a return here right now in this one. But we'll get some of the numbers here as well with these two because Freeland here, let me make sure it is Freeland, right? I don't think they've actually. I think Freeland has to be activated. Let me make sure of this right now, but I think that's the scenario. Maybe that's why you're not seeing the line up on every site here right now. We don't officially have a word. This was Palmquist's spot, but with Freeland back, I'm just running it by here real quick. Yeah, okay, he needs to be activated, so that's why you haven't necessarily seen him on some of the books right now. You know, he was down with a back injury. For a lot of people, a back injury is immediate, like, hey, let me see a start first here. Quintana comes in, good numbers, 2.98 ERA, he's 5-2 overall here. Brewers are 2-7 to the under with Quintana on the mound. He's got a 2.76 BABIP coming into this one. So let's see how you have it here with Colorado and Milwaukee today. It's going to be hard to find some support, but Freeland does have some okay numbers for sure against the Brewers. However, Quintana also pretty strong numbers here against Colorado. In fact, he allows just a 154 batting average to the anticipated lineup here in this one. Although, give Freeland some credit, he also allows just a uh, uh, 474 slugging. Numbers aren't great, but he's been okay against Milwaukee. Let's go to the chat, though, here. I think some comments are coming in. Cash Gaines on the Brewers run line. Cash is also on the over. Tremaine likes Brewers on the money line here as a parlay piece. And that's it. I don't think you guys are too interested in this one. Oh, Nine Legacy says Milwaukee Brewers run line and Quintana under on his hits prop. Even I've got to take the Brewers here in this one against Colorado here tonight. Colorado comes in having lost 6 of their last 7 games overall. They're also just 8-17 in their last 25 on the road, but they're 4-1 actually in their last 5 games on the road. They've shown a little bit of life here for sure, but still just a dismal record. NYC Bar here on the Brewers. Colorado's now lost 3 straight. Brewers have won games here. Last 2 games they did win over Pittsburgh and won that series. Colorado just got swept by the Dodgers. Cubs, Astros. Here's a good game, huh? Right now, for sure. Cubs come in 15 games over 500. Astros come in 15 games over 500. A little playoff preview here a little bit between these two teams. I mean, you got, well, I can't say playoff preview. It's an interleague game, but you know what I mean. Good teams, playoff teams. Cubs come in first place, 3 games ahead of the Brewers right now. And for Houston, they are 6.5 games up already now in the West with a 4-game winning streak coming in right now. They just swept Houston, or they just swept the Phillies at home. In fact, it was a historical series for the Phillies. They became the first team. Oh, gosh, now I forget it. It was in 25 years, whatever it was, a first team to lose a 3-game series, get swept in a 3-game series when allowing 5 runs or less. The Phillies bats were cold. I know that's why it's kind of hard to get on the Phillies today, but the Houston's got some good pitching going on for sure. And hey, even this rookie Walter looks pretty decent. Walter comes in with a 3.8 ERA, 0-1 record. Astros are 1-3 with him on the mound, 1.09 WHIP, but left-hander here going against these Cubs. And we know the Cubs, well, they 11-11 against left-handers right now. But, let's look at Horton. Horton comes in here with a 3.73 ERA. He's 3-1 for the Cubs. 3.07 BABIP coming into this one. Good game, good series. Let's see what you have here between these two. The widely reported steam did come in on the under in this game. It was 8.5. It even was 9 under 20. At some of the openers, we're all the way down to 8 over 20. I can only take the under here on the show as my free play. It's lost a lot of its luster here, but feels like we'll have a good pitching matchup between these two today. Anybody like the over here with Horton and Walter, the way things are going right now? You do have the Cubs. They've gone under in 8 of their last 12 games on the road, although they've went over in 6 of their last 8 of those home games. Cubs have lost 5 of their last 6 here at Houston, but I think they've got a shot here tonight. Houston has won 5 of their last 6. They've won 5 straight at home. They've gone under in 5 straight games right now. However, 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone over. I'm taking the under tonight with the Cubs and the Astros. If I'm going to take the over, I better update the line. I think 8 over 20 is the reasonable worst line possible. So let's take it here right now. On the under, Cubs and Houston here tonight. And it's going to be Cash Kane on the Brewers in that one, minus the 1.5 and team total over 5.5. Irish King says give him Arizona. here. We'll get to this game shortly, but he likes them on the run line and the team total over. They're back at home and will crush those red hot Marlins. 9 Legacy likes Astros on the money line. Here is Irish King. He likes Atlanta on the money line and Acuna to get a hit. Ray Otachi likes under 8.5, and this one with me. Irish King likes Tampa Bay and Boston to go over. Toronto Blue Jays in Boston. Thank you, Irish King. Sorry about that. Shannon Moore's on an Murphy in this one, and Robert likes the Astros in the first 5. I'm taking the under in this one. Next up, the Dodgers are on the road taking on the Royals. Wow, with Dusty May here on the road. Hey, you have what? The Dodgers here, favored, of course, $1. I'll call it $1.50. Total 9.5 under 15. Looks right on here. For May, he's got a 4-5 record, 4.46 ERA, 1.32 WHIP, and a 2.82 BABIP coming in for Noah Cameron, the rookie, 2-3. 2-6 are the Royals with Cameron on the mound, but hey, he's got a 2.08 ERA, 0.96 WHIP, 182 batting average against, and a 204 BABIP. He's been very, very good, but he's facing the Dodgers. So what can we do here in this one? Can you take a chance here, you think, with Cameron against May here? And the Dodgers, a big favorite. Might be as low as $1.43 on some of the Dodger prices here. But for the Dodgers coming into this one, they've won 5 of their last 6 games. They've won 6 of their last 7 on the road. They beat Kansas City in 10 of the last 14 meetings between the two. 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two interleague combatants have gone over when playing in Kansas City. Royals have lost 5 straight. They've lost 5 straight at home. Hard to recommend the Royals, but that's where I'm headed, gang. Let's see what you got. Can somebody stop me? I don't know. This might be looking like a discount for some Dodger backers, but kind of want to be on the Royals today, believe it or not. They're not looking good. That's the problem. Oh, man. Royals are now 5 games under 500. Dodgers 20 games over. The Dodgers are on a 4-game winning streak, but they were playing Colorado and Washington. Here we go. Let's go to the chat, see what you have here in this one. It's going to be Cash Kane, Dodgers money line. He also likes the under. Here's Ray Otachi, Dodgers Royals to go under in this one. So does Damon Waring. He likes the under in this one as well. And Sports Money's here. Nice to see Sports Money in the chat today. Thank you, Sports Money. Shannon's on the Royals here, money line. I'm on the Royals, actually. Let me just take them. I'm taking the Royals. I'm going to go a little bit with an upset here tonight. And I'm going to try these Royals. Mostly, I'm maybe going against May a little bit. And look, I mean, he's fine. I know he'll be better than 4.46, but to me, Cameron's effective, right? It's tough to recommend this one, but I'm going to do it. I'm still going to take the Royals here, despite the Dodgers. They're hot right now, but they were playing Colorado. NYC Bars on the under. Jermaine's on the Royals run line. What is the Royals run? Too late. I'm on the Royals, but oh man, just minus $1.25. All right. Well, I'm on the Royal. Hey, maybe that run line, not a terrible price. I don't think it plus at minus 125. If I would have seen it, you know what? Maybe I would have went run line instead. Maybe I should go run line instead. Give me the run line. I'm just going to make it the run line minus $1.25. Not bad here. Hopefully they'll get them at least late. I didn't mean to pull the old switcheroo, but I'll take Royals run line minus $1.25. Royals first 5 here for Robert. Ray's on the Royals today. Damon says the Royals are on the no bet list. Brandon B., I want to thank you very much for taking the time to type in a salutation here, thanking me, whatever. I thank you for watching. but just for you to take the time out and put that. Remember, for everyone, not everyone can even take the. Not that they have to, but lets me know you're watching. Thank you. Damon's on the Dodgers here, and Damon says the Royals won't even score. Jermaine does not like. Look, I know it's hard right now. The Royals are uh, having some struggles here for sure right now, but I still rank them as an okay team. I'm taking them tonight against those big bad Dodgers. Next up, the Nationals are taking on the Angels with Jake Irvin here going up against Jose Soriano. And Soriano comes in here with a 5-5 record and 3.39 ERA, 258 the batting average against, but a 336 BABIP, not great. For Washington and Jake Irvin, he is 6-3 with a 4.18 ERA, 1.22 WHIP, 244 batting average against in this one. He's been pretty okay for sure, but let's see here. You got the Angels. Are they really $1.55? Now I was getting all excited. I said, "Look, the Angels." Believe it or not, have found their way into third place, and they're only a game behind the Mariners right now. They've salvaged their way to a 500 record. Meanwhile, Washington, they're 15 games under 500. So maybe it's worthy of $1.55, but that just seemed kind of outrageous for an Angels team. In fact, I'm showing some books. Let me update it. I mean, I'm showing some books as high as DraftKings $1.67 here with the Angels. Oh boy, I kind of like the Angels, but man, at this price. All right, let's see what you got. It might be hard to take the Angels. I don't know if I want to, but at the price, I mean, I do want to take them. They've won 3 straight here right now after a great series over Boston, of course, at home. They kind of beat up on them there. Remember, really got good pitching in that series. Washington, meanwhile, lost 2 of 3 to the Padres, including getting shut out there a couple of games ago. Here's the thing: they've spent the last week in Southern California. How nice is that, huh? Remember, they played the Dodgers, they played the Padres, now they're playing the Angels. They basically haven't left Southern California in a week. Good for them. I'd probably lose too. Go to the chat, see what you have. All right. Oldie, good to see you. Thank you. Jermaine likes first 5 under. And Damon's talking about the Royals there. Damon likes the over here in this one with Washington and the Angels. Let me look at the total here real quick because I was holding off on the total. That might be my premium here. So all right. Let me see here. JW, hello, JW. He likes to announce on the money line. Angels at home. Bats are not that great. I can get it, because to me the price is pretty high. It's probably why they're going to be my free pick here. I will say this. There are a lot of experts, a lot of handicappers that really like the Angels on the run line here today. I'll promise you that. Angels money line here, NYC bar. Damon says the Nats have a chance. Angels money line, take Soriano. Strikeouts over here. All right. Well, I'm going to have to take the Angels. Pretty sure here. I think it will. I think they're going to hold Washington down in this game. Timmy Tushu, though, says take a homer for Wood here today. And I'm just going to have to take the Angels here. What is the run line? It's probably pretty good plus money here, plus $1.30. And I don't want to lay $1. I don't want to. I'm going to take the Angels here tonight. I'll be this guy and lay $1.55 or $1.67 or so. It's not a good price at all, but this is one where I'm not paying as much attention to the price. I just feel like the Angels are going to win. Damon says a toss-up. Okay, I just don't see it. Like I said, I see an Angels team. They're at home. They're now 500 record, right, at 40-40 here. And The Washington Nationals are 15 games under 500, spending the weekend in Southern California. Robert says take the Angels -1. That's probably the solution that I need. I don't give out a -1, as you know, on these shows, but I've been known to lay one uh, uh, for sure when I get to the window. I try to be, uh, you know, stay mainstream a little bit with the picks, if you know what I mean. Jermaine says Nat's a travel spot. I don't know if it's a bad travel spot. They went from LA to San Diego to LA, Jermaine. It's a 2-hour drive, and the weather's pretty good. All right. Hey, a little bit of breaking news. I'm not going to bring in the graphic for this one because we've already seen it a little bit, but it looks like it's getting very close to finalizing that Texas State will be the 8th team in the newly formed Pac-12. They're still looking for another team there, but Texas State's going to kind of be that team that they're going to need. I think they could use one more team actually, right? But uh, we already knew that they were closing in on the Bobcats, and Texas State will join the likes of basically the Pac-12 is Oregon State, Washington State, and a bunch of Mountain West teams. And now Texas State. They do need one more team, I do believe, there in the future. Okay, thank you to Justin. Great to see him here today. Hey, check out Justin and I on the WNBA show over at Tony'sPicks.com today. I'm going to give a few picks here. I might rehash some of my picks there actually, but in just a moment, we're just about to the WNBA. We've got only one more game here in Major League Baseball. Some of you have talked about it already with Miami taking on Arizona. There is big news to report. You do have Arizona. Yes, they are a big favorite, but they're missing players big time here right now. The total it's 180 and the total 8.5 under 15. But Corby Carroll, he's going to the injured list. Not only that, you have also Eugenio Suarez. He's questionable for this game as well here. Also, a couple other injuries. Vladimir Guerrero, he's questionable tonight. Also, Cardinals Jordan Walker, he's got appendicitis. He's going on the injured list. Wyatt Langford also questionable here for Texas. Anyways, this is trouble, it feels like, for the Diamondbacks. A little bit of injury. No Carroll, Suarez. I don't know if he's going to make this lineup here tonight. I think it's too high of a price considering that, hey, the Miami Marlins are playing a little bit of ball here all of a sudden the last couple of days or so. I think they've looked a lot better. Yeah, they're 11 games under 500, but they've won 4 straight. Coming into this one, they were absolutely terrific in that series over the Giants. They really put the Giants to shame. They embarrassed them for sure. For Yuri Perez, we know he can pitch. He's 0-2 with a 6.17 ERA. I think it'll start to come for Perez here soon. Maybe not right away here. 1.62 whip, 333 batting average against. 3 starts so far. For Merrill Kelly, always going to give you a chance. He's 7-3 with a 3.39 ERA, 105 whip, 211 batting average against. So you do have solid starter here for Arizona at least. And he has had some success against Miami, but I think it's significant right now. And I think the price is probably just a little too high to prevent me from getting involved. Arizona's still 2 games over 500. Miami's still got a ways to go, but let's go to the chat, see what you have here in the finale on the morning steam baseball portion of the show with the Marlins coming in and taking on the Diamondbacks. Marlins have won those 5 straight games. Coming into this one, they've also won 4 out of the last 5 games here in Arizona against the Diamondbacks. Marlins have gone under in 6 of their last 8 games. 10 of the last 15 games between these two teams have gone under. 5 of the last 6 between the two here, and Arizona have gone under. Arizona comes in having won 5 of their last 7 overall. They've won 6 of their last 7 at home. They've also won 5 straight against Miami. So, I did mention that Miami did have some success here, but it's on the road, and Arizona did win their road games at Miami. So it's been tit for tat there a little bit between these two, winning on each other's soil there a little bit. That's how this series has gone. They played back in April in Miami. Arizona got the sweep, and Arizona's actually beaten these guys in 5 straight. But nonetheless, you do have an Arizona team that has gone over in 8 of their last 11 games overall. They've also gone over in 8 of their last 11 games at home. Let's go to the chat here on our final game of the day, Miami and Arizona. And we've got Justin likes O'Hop to get an RBI for the Halos. He's also got Kettle Marte over in his total bases. Damon says the Marlins are looking pretty good. JW might, let's see, big trouble. Is it Serpientes night? Justin likes the Diamondbacks to lay it. Robert likes the Diamondbacks first 5. Shannon's on the Marlins on the run line. I think I am too. Cash Kane's on the Diamondbacks. And Gorky's got his tennis action here, as he likes. Let me see what he's got here. Michelson in the match against Mutet. And he also likes Fritz against Davidovich Fakina, although he put Belgium in there. That's his other team. Is that it? Who's Belgium playing here? I don't know what the international. I can't find any. I can't find the international soccer card, or maybe I'm not seeing it straight here. Okay. Thanks, Gorky. Oh, tennis and women's basketball. Thank you, women's basketball, Gorky. Thank you. I knew I a little bit off of my. I might be the wackiest of the wackies on here, but I couldn't even get to that one. All right, that's it. I'm on the Marlins on the run line. Here is my play, and that's it for baseball. Thank you. Let's go to the WNBA and get this one out of the way here with a 5-game card here tonight in the W. Here's my WNBA notes here. All right, I'm ready to go. And we'll see what we've had in the terms of line movement as well. Here we go. Next up, we got the WNBA. Let's go. Lynx and Dream. Here you got the Dream favored by 1.5. Total 157 here in this one between Minnesota and Atlanta. Oops. Said I was going to get my notes out here. Hey, Justin was with me on the show. He could just repeat what I said if I struggle here and can't get my notes together in this one. All right, let me fire it up here. Oh, a few more comments. Sorry about that. Timmy says, how about my man Kyle Stowers continues to rock there? I want to mention this too real quick. We're getting into basketball. Hey, I want to mention this real quick. I like to, I appreciate you guys tolerating me when I talk about the players that I've had the chance to cover in my career, and I still do it to this day. Even though I'm handicapping in Vegas, I produce shows back in my hometown, interview the kids on YouTube using this technology. It's still awesome, and I just want to mention that one of my kids, I call him that, but I mean one of the young men that I've covered has been drafted in the NBA, and this is rare for the community that I come from, there aren't many professional basketball players that hail from the area where I cover. Basketball is not the big sport in the East County of San Diego. But last night, Kobe Sanders from Christian High School and Steel Canyon High School was drafted by the Knicks and then traded to the Clippers. He'll actually get to play in his home county here probably. I would think that Sanders, if he doesn't make the Clippers, and it's going to be hard, he's a fine player. Man, I watched him when he was with those crummy Cal Poly teams, and then went to Nevada to have a really good year last year as a graduate senior. And he was drafted, and he'll get to play in the Front Wave Arena in San Diego with the San Diego Clippers probably. So I think that's just great. He became the first player in my area. I hope Winetime's still out there listening to this. He became the first player from my area to be drafted in the NBA draft since TJ Leaf back in 2017. And before that, you really couldn't find a player drafted by the NBA going back to the early 1970s. So really happy. I don't know if he'll stick with the Clippers, but Kobe Sanders, he was one of the fastest risers in the draft. He actually had an injury at the combine, couldn't do the scrimmages, but was able to work out. And the Clippers traded up for him. So that says something right there. So please watch out for my man, Kobe Sanders, here with the Clippers, and went to Nevada last year. He really endured those Cal Poly teams, man. There were 2 seasons where I don't think they won. I don't even think you can count the number of wins they had on one hand. So that's going to probably limit the amount of attention you're getting as well. Okay, let me get to the WNBA, though, here real quick. Damon's already got his pick in. Let me bring the scoreboard up here with the Lynx and the Dream. In this one, the Lynx lost their last time out here, and man, they are an underdog for the first time this season. Coming into this one, right? Atlanta favored by 1.5. For Atlanta, they come in with a record of 10-5 here right now. They've won 2 of their last 3 games. They did lose to Dallas last time out. They're greatly improved and are now got to be recognized as one of the best teams better teams in the league right now. But they did lose that last game there, no doubt, to Dallas. So, but you know what? Dallas is improving a little bit too, it feels like here. So, let's see what you got. Maybe in this one with Minnesota and Atlanta here today. Let me go back to the chats here. Okay, here we go. Damon says he likes the over in this one between the Lynx and the Dream. Justin has the Dream team total over. Like I said, please, please check out here on YouTube on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Justin and I were together along with Ron Crawford. We previewed this entire 5-game card. So please, if you get a chance, check that out. It was Justin. We know we've seen Justin on some shows, but going to be seeing a lot more of nephew here, and we did a pretty good job. In fact, Justin and Ron did a pretty good job. I was stumbling along there. Gorky likes Palmeiras in the Club World Cup tomorrow. We're a little bit void. We're a little bit void of the soccer action tonight. Let's be honest here. All right. Justin is on the over there in Atlanta. I'm on the under in the game, so I guess I'll just leave it at that here on the Morning Steam show. I did take the under there. I know Justin took the over with that Atlanta team total. And hey, what can I say? Like I said, Atlanta looking pretty good here right now. And for Minnesota, let me just don't bury the lead here. Nafisa Collier, she's still questionable in this game. Minnesota would maybe be the slight favorite if she was probable here. We'll see if she can go tonight. And if so, I think you may see this one at least move back to a pick'em or so between these two. So, all right. Anyway, I'm going to go with the under here. Atlanta is 2-5 to the under at home so far this season. All right, next up, the Fever here on the road. They are down to a 3-point favorite or so. Total 168. I think what we're seeing is there is a little bit of a step down, even when there is no Clark, right? They lost last night, and they are on the back-to-back here. So that's a little bit of a factor. They were at home last night. Now they've got to go on the road against a Dallas team that has won 3 of their last 4. Now, look, they're Dallas. I don't think they're ready to just turn it around, but I don't think they're, that team that we saw early on. I think, Beckers was out early. So, yeah, there were some, hiccups here along the way, right? So I think Dallas could probably be pretty live in this game. I'm taking them. That's for sure here against the Fever. And look, the move is obviously on the wings here right now. So maybe even a little money line. It feels like Dallas starting to look a little better. Now, Dallas is 2-5 against the spread at home. That should definitely be considered. But the Fever are 4-6 against the spread as a favorite. They've definitely shown vulnerabilities here. Indiana's 2-5 to the under on the road, 3-7 to the under as a favorite. Dallas is 2-5 to the under at home, and 4-7 to the under as a dog. But I'm going to take Dallas here plus these points as my complimentary play. But man, they're looking a lot better all of a sudden. Here, despite a poor record. I don't want to. They're 4-12, gang. But Clark is out. Dantas is out as well. Dejanay Carrington, she is questionable in this game. Dallas has had some other injuries here bothering them a little bit, but they've continued to improve, I think, and I think they're live here to win this game. I'm taking them plus the points tonight. Here's some notes from the chat. And Cash Gain is on the links. First half, money line. Justin says, take Aaliyah Boston to get a double-double here. And Jermaine says, with no Clark, got to take the wings. Timmy Two Shoes says that total looks low in one of the games. Cash Gain, Fever, money line. Jermaine says, how are the Fever even favored the way they're going? And remember, Dallas is 4-12. Fever, they should be better than 7-8, even with Clark missing all these games so far. That's what it feels like to me. Fever, easy cash, says JW. All right, let's move on. Sky and Valkyries. Come on, the Valkyries are the greatest team here, and they're favored by 8.5, a total 157 here. No Camila Cardoso for the Sky. That's huge. She is one of the, she's a very good player. She just came off of a career high 27 points in her last game. She's 6'7" also. And going against the Valkyries, you would love to have someone being able to be a skyscraper in there against these scrappy Valkyries. But man, this sets up nicely here. Now the Valkyries are favored by 8.5 or 9. And the Sky have been awful. I'm actually trying to give the Sky as much credit as I can and saying, hey, you know what? They're going to be a little bit better. They're going to start to pick up some wins here. They did win their last game. Cardoso was good. And once Cardoso's back, maybe the Sky. Look, they've changed their philosophy, it feels like. I don't know if it's by design or if the scores are any. I'm watching the games, but it's also been recognized by odds makers there a little bit. Now, I know they were playing LA, but that last total was 166.5. The Sky won the game by scoring 97 points against LA. Here against the Valkyries, Valkyries have a good defense. If you look at the defensive ratings, they're right up there. But 156.5, Oh, I don't know. I'm going to go with the Valkyries here to blow out the Sky in this one. They have so much momentum at home, man. The fans are really great there. The widely reported steam did come in on the under here. I don't know. I don't know if Chicago can stop the Valkyries. Chicago, if they're doing anything, they better do what they've been doing, and that's try to score more points. You know what I mean? Go more, trade some defense for some offense. Now, without Cardoso, it might be a problem. Okay, here we go. Valkyries for Robert. Cash Kane like the Fever. Timmy Tushu likes Reese for 34 me-bounds. Valkyries spread and under for Cash Kane. Valkyries team total over here for Shannon. And I think the Valkyries are a double-digit winner here. I'm going to take the Valkyries in this one. Sky for JW, though. And look, like I said, maybe I've been on the Sky a little too much or trying to get back on him a little bit. Let me get Cardoso back. She's going to miss here, I believe, a couple of games playing with the Brazilian national team. So that's a little bit of a factor for sure. Like I said, that was a career. Let me plug in my power down here a little bit. Having some problems. That was a career high in points last game for Cardoso, and immediately she's out of the lineup. Okay, a couple more. Real quick, I want to mention here we're one game away. Oh, let me go with this. Liberty here, they're not a favorite anymore. The Mercury are the favorite in this one against the Liberty today. Let me shift the line. That's just how good the Mercury, I think, have been playing too. They're 1.5, total 167. But they have moved to the favorite for sure here right now. Mercury come in with a record of 11-4. New York's 11-3. This is a great game. This is a game of the night here. Phoenix has won 4 straight. They're totally looking great. They've revamped this roster this season, and it has totally paid off right now. And they are looking to be here, one of the top, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 teams in the league. Depends. The Fever are falling down here a little bit. And you got this Phoenix team right now with Kalia Copper. She hasn't even played all the games. I think that's what's been key, right? She's only been back for 3 games. Her production has totally skyrocketed. The last game against Chicago, 16 points, 5 steals, 3 assists. She hasn't even hit her stride yet. And she is going to be on fire, I would think, here tonight against the Liberty. Let's see what you guys have here in this one. Liberty and Phoenix. Liberty just terrible against the spread, right? 2-5 against the spread on the road. They're an underdog for just the second time this season. Phoenix 5-3. ATS at home here right now. Phoenix also 6-2 to the over as a favorite here. I'm going to go over in this one. I know I'm just rehashing my show picks with Justin last night, but I've got some premiums tonight. So on this 5-game card over there at Tony's picks, I've hit 14 of my last 15 WNBA picks right now, and I'm going to keep it up tonight. So you might want to go grab those high roller selections. Remember, when you get the picks, play my picks over at Tony's picks. Those are the games that I expect you to play very, very strong. Those are I put my absolute best picks over there. And, when you're paying, if you're on my long-term package, where you're still paying, a couple of bucks a pick, and even more so on the short-term packages, you got to bet pretty strong on these games, backs plays for sure. So, all right, anyway, though, I'm going to take the over in this one with the Liberty and the Phoenix Mercury. Between these two, they've already met back on June 19th. It was 89-81 for 170 points in that one. Hey, some real quickly here. Let me get the plays real quick. Hey, nice to see picks from Dave in the chat. He's got the Liberty here and the Emu there, who left home and became a star. The Cash Gains on the Liberty. Shannon Moore likes the over here with me. And a little bit of steam here right now. We've got Seattle and Texas. Steam to the under. Why not, right? I mean, come on. Seattle and Texas, you got to figure there'd be 3-2 today. Steam to the under there, on the under 7.5. Man, I remember back in the day, or at least early last night, when it was 8 under. Now the total in the game between Seattle and Texas currently has moved to 7.5 under, 7 over 25 at Bovada. Come on. All right, let's go here right now and take a look here at one more tonight. We just saw some steam come in, so want to mention it. It was on this game. The over has been steamed here between the Sun and the Storm. Right now, the line is currently 19.5 for the Storm. The total here has dropped to 155.5 on this widely reported steam. Man, 19.5. Total 150. Oh, this total's going down, huh? I'm taking the under here as my play on the morning steam show. I was kind of going to the premium, but it's going down here. Give me the under here in this one between the Sun and the Storm here tonight. Do have the Sun 2-13 overall. They're on a long losing streak. The Storm have won 3 of their last 4. They did lose last time out to Indiana here at home. Just to see how Indiana kind of having some inconsistency for sure. Connecticut is 2-6 to the under on the road. I'm taking the under here in this one with Connecticut and Seattle. All right, you got a chance to make a play here real quick, and then we'll wrap up the show. Also, one game tonight in the CFL between Montreal and Hamilton. Now, Hamilton, look, maybe they are the best 0-2 team in all of Canadian football, but there's only 9 teams. So what can you say? Now, Bo Levi Mitchell, I think Montreal can probably harass him pretty good. You do have some guys who could, White could get in the end zone tonight for Hamilton for sure. He's had a couple of good games so far despite their 0-2 start. Montreal's 3-0. Now, granted, Bethel Thompson is in there. It could limit the offenses a little bit here tonight. But, man, even with some injuries to Montreal in the backfield, they'll have a strong running game against Hamilton here. And with Phil Pott in there, I think. Look, we saw Dembski last night look incredible, right? I said he was questionable. He looked terrific. That's what you're going to see kind of like from Phil Pott. It feels like tonight after he came off that strong performance against Edmonton last week. I figure Phil Pott's good for a touchdown, maybe 2 here. I'm taking Montreal to win this game. They are down to 2.5 here, it looks like. 2, even 1.5 juice to bet online. Give me Montreal here on the Morning Steam Show. I'm taking the Owls tonight. A few more comments. Oh, I had a graphic and I didn't even leave it. Oh, okay. Oh, where's my... I didn't have a graphic. Okay, no problem. Let me get the comments from the chat. Justin's got Angel Reese getting massive rebounds. Also, he's got the Sun. Team total over there against Seattle. Guess that's it for the Morning Steam Show here. Hey, hopefully you were with me last night. As I said, take the... Oh, man, the Western Bulldogs. They didn't cover 9.5. Oh, man, what? Did I fall asleep? I thought they were winning that game convincingly. What happened? I fell asleep at halftime, I think. Timmy likes the over in the CFL. Justin says Alyssa Thomas over 35 PRA tonight. Thank you, Justin. I'll see you a little later. We'll be doing the WNBA show over the next 2 nights. Justin and I. Thank you to Justin. Can't wait to work together with nephew. All right, that's going to do it for the morning, Steve. Hey, let me send you on your way here real quick. Want to promote VB MMA Picks. We do have our shows up this week. VB MMA Picks here with our preview of UFC for this weekend, right? I mean, we know we've got a great card on Saturday. My picks will be up tonight. Here, I'll be back tomorrow, but my picks will be up tonight for that UFC card, including Topuria versus Oliveira for the vacant lightweight championship. We've also got the flyweight championship with Pantoja and Kai Kara France. And more picks over with VB MMA Picks. And First Strike is up. Get the plays from the guys, and we'll be on tomorrow with our companion coverage of UFC 317 from the Apex here in Las Vegas. So make sure you check out the shows here, gang, with the UFC previews. Let me just leave it at that. All right, that's going to do it here. Don't forget, get more picks from me today over at winnable.com. I'm trying to turn it around in tennis all of a sudden here. So let me know what you guys have today in the action. And matches going on right now. Pegula taking on Noskova, but looks like she's going to get this win in 3 sets. Also, Greek Sport. Oh, maybe we can get this win over FAA. I got Greek Sport as my premium play here, and I got one more left. So check me out over at winnable.com/Ramon and get my plays here. Let me pop it up here. Over at winnable.com. Get my best plays, my sports money premiums every day. It's extra content for just 50 cents a day when you use the promo code STEAM. Really appreciate all the subscribers there. We got about 4 dozen of you subscribing to those picks, and hopefully you're enjoying those. I send out a couple of previews a day, usually one early, one late right now. We're in the slow time of year, but before you know it, we'll be into football. So check it out. I'll send us some updates out there today as well with some premiums. Really do appreciate it. All right, that'll do it. A few more comments from the folks, and we're out of here. Thank you very much. You got Justin, thank you. See you. JW, thank you. Shannon in there. And Real Madrid Doge. Really appreciate it, everyone. Back tomorrow. More Morning Steam. Check out Mikey here tonight with pre-gaming. 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. Hey, we gave him the day off yesterday and was well-deserved. So check out Mikey today. You'll have a full complement of action. It's also, that'll do it for the show, for the Sports Money Network. I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
Time to break on the cover. That's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steal. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.